Sleep is one of the most underrated yet powerful elements that shape our life, productivity, emotions, and even our destiny. We often think of success as being about hard work, discipline, intelligence, or even luck. While all of these are important, there is a hidden pillar beneath them: your sleep. If you cannot control your sleep, your mind becomes weak, your body loses energy, and your dreams remain distant. However, if you can discipline and master your sleep, you will unlock a sharper brain, a stronger body, and a life that feels aligned with your goals. Controlling your sleep does not mean sleeping less or forcing yourself to live like a machine. It means managing your sleep in a way that empowers you instead of controlling you. Think about it. How many times have you promised yourself that you will wake up early tomorrow, but instead you hit the snooze button again and again? Each time that happens, you lose more than just minutes. You lose confidence in yourself. When you cannot command your own mind and body to rise at the time you choose, you slowly tell yourself that your willpower is weak. Over time, this small habit of oversleeping or sleeping at irregular times becomes a massive chain that holds you back from discipline and success. Controlling your sleep is not just about rest. It is about reclaiming authority over your own life. Science shows us that sleep is vital for our brain. During sleep, the brain removes toxins, organizes memories, and resets energy for the next day. But here's the problem. In today's world, most people either sleep too little or they sleep too much, and both extremes destroy progress. Sleeping too little makes you tired, cranky, and unfocused. Sleeping too much makes you lazy, sluggish, and mentally weak. That is why control, not neglect, is the key. A disciplined sleep cycle allows you to function with clarity, energy, and determination. To truly control your sleep, you need to build respect for your time. Imagine if you treated sleep as a sacred tool, a weapon that recharges your mind. You would not waste it by staying up all night, scrolling your phone, or binge-watching shows. Instead, you would set a schedule and honor it as if it were a promise to your future self. By going to bed and waking up at the same time daily, you send a powerful message to your brain. I am in control. My mind obeys me, not my excuses. Over time, this message grows into unshakable discipline, and that discipline spreads into other areas of life: your work, studies, health, and relationships. One of the greatest traps of poor sleep is the late-night lifestyle. Many people believe they are most productive at night, but often this is not true. They are simply used to procrastinating during the day, so they end up doing tasks at night out of guilt. But what happens next? They go to bed late, wake up tired, and carry that exhaustion into the next day, repeating the same cycle. This creates a downward spiral of fatigue and low motivation. The mind loses its sharpness, creativity weakens, and progress slows down. Breaking free from this cycle requires courage and consistency. You must remind yourself that waking up early is not just about being an early riser. It is about starting the day with power while the rest of the world still sleeps. When you control your sleep, you also control your emotions. Studies reveal that lack of sleep increases stress hormones, irritability, and even sadness. That is why people who sleep irregularly often feel negative, anxious, or angry without knowing why. On the other hand, people who sleep with discipline feel calmer, more balanced, and more confident. Your sleep is not only about the body, it is also about the soul. A well-rested mind has more patience, more gratitude, and more focus on what truly matters. That is why leaders, athletes, and successful individuals around the world guard their sleep routines carefully. They know it is their foundation. Let us look at history. Great minds like Leonardo da Vinci, Nikola Tesla, and Thomas Edison experimented with sleep to maximize productivity. Some used polyphasic sleep cycles. Others stuck to strict routines. But what they all understood was this: success requires controlling time, and time begins with mastering your sleep. Even today, the world's top performers, entrepreneurs, scientists, athletes know the value of sleep discipline. They wake up early not because it is fashionable, but because it gives them hours of undisturbed focus before distractions begin. But let us be clear, controlling your sleep does not mean cutting down rest to dangerous levels. Sleep deprivation is harmful. Instead, it means finding the sweet spot, usually 6 to 8 hours, depending on your body, and sticking to it consistently. It means sleeping at the same time each night, waking up at the same time each morning, and not letting laziness or late-night temptations steal your discipline. This habit transforms you. It trains your brain to expect rest and action at specific times, which builds rhythm and efficiency into your life. Here's the truth. People who fail to control their sleep often fail to control other areas of life. Why? Because sleep is the first battlefield of discipline. If you cannot win against your own pillow, how will you win against bigger challenges? If you cannot get up when the alarm rings, how will you rise when life throws obstacles at you? Mastering sleep is like sharpening your sword. It prepares you for every battle ahead. Each morning you wake up with discipline. You remind yourself that you are stronger than excuses. One powerful way to control your sleep is to create a night ritual. Instead of using your phone until you fall asleep, train your mind with relaxing habits. Reading, journaling, meditation, or gratitude practice. These tell your brain it is time to rest. Similarly, a morning ritual helps you rise with energy. Drinking water, stretching, affirmations, or a short walk outside. By creating these rituals, you no longer rely on willpower alone. You build automatic habits that guide you. Over time, your body naturally falls asleep and wakes up at the right times without struggle. Another hidden benefit of controlling your sleep is the mental space it creates. When you rise early, before the noise of the world begins, you experience peace. In those quiet hours, you can think deeply, plan your day, or work on personal goals. This silence is golden. It is where creativity is born, where clarity emerges. Many of the world's greatest books, inventions, and ideas were created in the early hours of the morning. By controlling your sleep, you do not just gain rest. You gain access to the most powerful hours of the day. Think of your life like a garden. Sleep is the water that nourishes it. If you water it too little, the plants dry up. If you water it too much, the roots rot. But if you water it consistently and in the right amount, the garden flourishes. Your mind is the same. Control your sleep, and your mind blooms with ideas, focus, and strength. Neglect it, and your mind becomes dull, weak, and full of weeds. At its core, controlling your sleep is about respect for yourself, for your goals, and for your future. When you sleep with discipline, you are telling yourself, I value my energy. I value my time. I value my life. This respect grows into pride, confidence, and a stronger sense of self. Each night becomes a step toward building your future, and each morning becomes a chance to move closer to your dreams. So ask yourself today, are you controlling your sleep, or is your sleep controlling you? Are you living like a master of your time, or a slave to laziness? Remember, success begins in the dark when you decide to rest with discipline, and it shines in the morning when you rise with purpose. Control your sleep, and you control your destiny.